Mental health is so important, and I understand there are times and places where people need medication, but also there's a lot of things we can do to help our mental health and not have to be medicated.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of it.
All right, hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Beyond Business Podcast. If you haven't done so yet, please smash that subscribe button that's right underneath this video. This is a show where we sit down with entrepreneurs, leaders, innovators, and change makers to uncover the stories, struggles, and strategies behind their success. Today's guest is someone whose work is impacting lives in a way that many people don't even realize they desperately need. Dr. Kimberly Sheppard specializes in helping high-achieving, high-capacity women who appear to have it all together on the outside, but are secretly battling exhaustion, burnout, stress, and nervous system overload behind the scenes. Through her work, she helps people move from simply surviving to truly thriving. In a world that constantly demands more of us, Dr. Sheppard is helping her clients understand that success doesn't have to come at the expense of their health, happiness, or peace of mind. Today, we're going to dive into burnout recovery, nervous system regulation, the hidden costs of always being on, and what it really takes to create a life and business that are both successful and sustainable. Welcome to the podcast, Dr. Kimberly Sheppard. Yeah, this is cool. So let's just start here. I mean, it's very normal for me to intentionally not do a lot of homework. So the hard part for most people who sit across from me is brag on yourself, because I don't know I don't know degrees. I don't know anything. I just, so you know what I mean? So we're not, I won't take it as you're boasting, because I don't know.
Okay.
That's kind of why I try to leave that kind of stuff out, because I always sell somebody short whenever they're like, I also have a master's, and I go, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's first talk. Was I accurate with that read-in?
Yeah, it was great.
Okay.
I was like, ooh, I couldn't have written that better myself.
Okay, fair. So why don't you take us back to, where'd you grow up?
So I grew up here in
Okay.
Decatur. Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of kid were you in high school?
I would say normal. I grew up.
I'm going to throw some classifications out.
Okay.
Okay.
Middle class.
No, I mean like party girl, had a job all the time, athlete, nerd, class clown, jock, tomboy, any of that?
I was basically, I was a cheerleader. I
Okay.
mean, you're a cliche cheerleader. I ran track.
Sure.
That was about I'm short, I'm petite, you guys can't see me. So I wasn't like a volleyball player, basketball
Right.
player. I did cheerleading, tumbling, track. Yeah, I mean, I was a good student.
Good family?
Good family, great family. Had
Yeah.
a great, worked,
Our version of normal?
normal,
Yeah.
literally normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Normal-ish. What I
Sure.
thought was normal.
Sure.
I think a lot of how we develop as a person comes from our family. My parents were very hard workers. And I think that's I was always like,
Describe
your
what you mean
people.
by hard worker.
I mean, my parents both, they worked their way through college. This was when you could pay for college on your own. So they went to college. My mom would come home. My mom is a nurse. My dad started out in education.
Mm-hmm.
So they would go to school during the week, drive home, work on the weekends.
Yeah.
And then come back to school and paid their way through school.
Yeah.
But then as they got older, then, got bachelor's degrees, got master's degrees as we were growing up. So it was
Right.
always striving to be better.
Right.
Always. And so, I always was like, okay, I got to do more. I got to be better. I got to do this. It was
Yeah.
always, expectations were always high for us.
Do you have children?
I do. I have two.
Do those moments that were unintentionally taught hit you to where you try to go, okay, there are lessons getting learned, even the ones that we're not trying to teach. Your parents weren't going,
No.
let us show you what you should do.
Yeah.
No, they're going, we're trying to make career moves and raise this family.
Yeah, and be better. And then, I didn't realize, and some of the unintentional stuff that they kind of, taught me is kind of what brought me into burnout and recovery. Not
Right.
that they did anything wrong, but they didn't know. And they were just trying to do better. They were a lot of the first ones of their family to go to college, and, their parents didn't go to college. So it was survival of the fittest.
Yes.
You got to do more, you got to do better.
Right.
And I was a people pleaser, those sort of things where those lessons also were part of my burnout.
Right.
But I also think a lot of the stuff they taught, people don't parent now like we were parented.
For sure.
And so I think when I look at my parents and look at some of the parents of my patients, like their kids, I'm like, man, you all aren't tough enough on your kids.
Okay, so you do believe that?
I do believe that
same.
gentle parenting does do a disservice to kids in some ways. We have to be tougher. We have to let our kids go through hard stuff.
Bam.
You have to battle tough. And my kids have been through it, both of them. And there's stuff where it's hard as a parent to watch your kids go through hard stuff. But it's also
that line that we're so big because I don't know if you were, but like my parents had a role, but I didn't put them in my friend category.
No, not at all. Not at all.
They ran shit.
Yeah. And I was never afraid of them, but it was very much like you don't want to piss them off.
Right.
There was consequences for things. And I did stuff.
Sorry.
There was stuff that in high school, I'd be grounded for 2 weeks for something minor.
For sure.
And it's just people aren't holding their kids accountable and they're not holding.
Yeah.
And that's what I just find, you have to go through hard stuff because hard stuff shapes you and makes you who you are. And that's everybody's story.
Yes.
But especially you can't put your kids in positions where you do everything for them. They have to go through hard stuff.
Well, I think it's the misconception. It's like you have no idea how much of a disservice you're doing your children and their future by being their best friends, because their best friends won't let them hurt.
Yeah.
Their best friends will lie for them. Their best friends, you know what I mean? It will take some accountability. And it's like, no, I totally agree with you.
And it's hard to watch people fail.
Right.
And not even if it's you say fail and it doesn't have to be anything bad fail, but watch them struggle or go through something
Figure
hard.
shit out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go through something really, really hard. As a parent, I see that more and more. It is so hard to watch my kids go through hard stuff.
Yes.
But I see the resilience that they have gained afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you are a great kid. But because of what you went through,
right,
you now know how to handle tough situations.
Yeah.
And there are times where my husband's like, you've got to let them get through this. And so it's like, okay.
Consciously go,
consciously
step back.
Okay, we can't run.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So I have a 28-year-old and a 16-year-old. Mm-hmm. And the 16-year-old was over yesterday, and he got some bullshit to hook up in his car. His backup camera was messed up, so we were putting a new one in. And, he comes out to the driveway, and he's like, yeah. And I'm like, did you read that? Yeah. I'm not doing it. I do know how to do it.
Yeah, but let's show you.
I'm going to show you where you fuck up, so it's not going to take forever.
Right. I'll watch you, but you're going to do it.
Yeah, well, read that.
Yeah.
But it was, I think again, I've always been like that, to where it's kind of just, I'm not going to do for you. I can't wait till you're old enough to mow this yard.
Yeah.
It's like, you have someone that mows for us. I'm like, I know, I'm going to have one too here. Right. Way cheaper.
You're going to be that guy.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
You pet the dogs, go pick up their shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just part of the deal.
And and they're mad and they puff around about it, but it's like, you're a good kid.
Yeah.
You are a functional person in the real world, and that's what I want as a parent.
Well,
is to make you being a contributing member of society.
Right. And so my daughter she already has done it. Because I have 6 and 7, 7, 8. I got 2 grandkids.
Oh, okay.
Either 6 and 7 or 7.
Yeah.
8, whatever.
I know. I don't even know how old I am.
They're young.
Yeah.
But anyway, she's old enough that I was kind of the one that I would even have my parents go. Hey, everybody, I want to take a quick second to let you know that the Beyond Business Studio swag store is officially open. Click the link in the description or scan this QR code to get your apparel game on point and rep Beyond Business. We got hats, hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, and everything else. Several logos to choose from. Scan and customize yours today. I also want to shout out the partners who help make Beyond Business possible. First up is Dubby Energy Drink. If you're grinding, creating, training, or just need clean energy without the crash, Dubby is my go-to. No sugar, no spikes, no nonsense, just focus, endurance, and clarity. Head over to dubby.gg and use code BeyondBiz at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's BeyondBiz. Support the show and fuel the hustle at the same time. Oakwood Screen Printing. These gals are the real deal when it comes to custom apparel. Direct to film, silk screening, embroidering, heat transferring, you name it, they do it. And they don't just put it on clothing, they put it on anything. Whether you're in need of a small custom run or a massive order, Oakwood Screen Printing handles it all. Fast, professional, and top tier quality. If you've got a brand, a business, a team, or an idea, they'll bring it to life. Check them out at oakwoodscreenprinting.com. And finally, Midwest Lightning Rods, protecting homes, businesses, and critical infrastructures from lightning strikes across the Midwest. This isn't just another contractor. This is decades of experience, code-compliant systems, and real protection where it matters most. When lightning strikes, preparation makes the difference. Learn about how you can become part of the community that's been protected by MLR at lightningstrikes-weprotect.com. As always, when you support these companies, you're supporting Beyond Business. If you haven't done it yet, I urge you to hit that subscribe button right below this post and follow the Beyond Business page on all your social media platforms that you follow. Now, let's dive back into it. Lighten up, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Moms are they're over nurturing them.
Yeah.
So I'm just that guy.
Yeah.
And now that as she became an adult, as she is a parent now, I mean, the reflection of what we went through resonates way more than the hugs.
Oh, yeah.
She gives a shit about that.
Yeah.
We know how to hug our kids.
Yeah.
Let's teach them how to be good adults.
Exactly.
But it's living proof. We're seeing it currently in the news regularly. These young kids. It's like that is not a law enforcement problem.
No, it's
that is
not.
100% a
Parenting problem. And to a lesser degree, not even kids that are making bad decisions in their life, but just kids that cannot emotionally regulate through their life, cannot handle a hard situation, cannot handle like a little bit of toughness in their life.
Then we send our kids to college and then they move back home at Christmas and never go back to school, and we blame the school. And it's like, no, you didn't prepare them for life.
No.
They didn't know what to order for dinner.
It's still not easy.
No.
But, we moved our kids from Mount Zion to Maroa. My husband got a job at Maroa. My office is in Maroa. It made sense for us to move our kids.
Now?
Yes.
Wait.
We were in Mount Zion till COVID. So we moved in 2021.
He didn't work at Meridian?
No, that's Micah.
Oh, they both do work in the school district.
Yes, they're all educators.
Oh.
Yes, so their dad, Micah was at Meridian.
It makes sense.
So Nate was indicator for 19 years.
Okay.
Then was kind of at the point where like our kids were getting really active, and he's like, this is really hard when I'm at a basketball game and I'm missing my own child's game because I'm supervising.
We got to
the
figure this out.
We got to figure this out. I'm 30 minutes from home, so he got hired on at Maroa, and we were like, we have to move. It makes sense for us to move. Anna was she was going into her sophomore year. Ryan was going into his 8th grade year.
Okay.
14 and 16 years old, coming out of COVID.
Ooh.
And we say, we are going to pull you out of the school district you grew up in, and we're going to move you across town where you know no one.
What do they think?
It was awful. So
was it awful?
No. Well, for a little bit. There was Ryan was the worst about moving. He didn't want to move. He was the one.
Who's older? Love the two.
Anna.
Okay.
Yeah, she's my oldest. So she was a sophomore. She was like, it was hard on her, but it took her longer to integrate because she's a girl. She's a sophomore. That's a tough age. Ryan.
Right, middle of high school.
Yeah. Right after COVID. And we're going to school and everybody's still in mask. So she never saw anybody's face, started in a new school. Ryan got to play sports earlier with just being summer, so he integrated a little bit quicker.
Right.
He didn't want to leave more than anybody. But I'm telling you, it was the best move we ever made in our lives. And I tell the kids all the time, I said, you having to reinvent yourself and meet new friends and make new people, you're going to turn around and do this in 4 years when you go to college. And then you're going to turn around and do this when you get a job. And then when you get another job. And if you don't learn that skill now, then when you go to college, this is going to be a lot harder.
Right.
And so when Anna went off to college, is it hard? Yes. But
you've survived.
She knew she'd be okay.
Yes.
She knew she would make friends.
Lock in a couple people and build from there.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're good because it's like, and we never knew what moving would be for, like, how it would change our lives in such an amazing way.
Right.
And
could have went either way. In your mind, you're going, this could be terrible.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know
Hopefully
what we're
don't
getting
regret
into.
this.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know what we're getting into. And it was the most amazing thing that's ever happened to us. And that's what we tell the kids. Like, when we moved, you thought it was terrible. And now, like, look at the opportunities. Look at what you've accomplished. Look at everything. Yeah. It was just...
So I have a son, my 16-year-old. He's not like me. I mean, not outgoing, kind of just to himself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Not, what is it, introvert?
Introvert, yeah.
Not like weird, just not outgoing.
Sure.
So we'll do, like, he plays travel ball in the summer, and we'll do, like, random college camps. And we just discussed how, like, the reasoning behind this just yesterday, actually, is this is you stepping in to... You don't know a soul.
Yeah.
Be who you want today.
Literally. Nobody knows you.
Like, humor me and just act like you don't act.
Exactly.
And let's just see. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You can reinvent yourself.
Damn. Yeah. Which we all can. That's like the thing I try to tell people is it's hard. The ego gets in the way a little bit. Yeah. But you know what? If anybody shits on you for doing better just because it looks different to them, bye.
Well, they always say, what is it, that people ahead of you will never look back, will never, say anything about you. It's always the people below you will say stuff.
For sure.
And I always tell, like, my kids that, like, you can always change your mind. Yeah. Like, I feel like sometimes we didn't have permission to change our minds.
Yeah.
You're locked into this college, and this is your degree, and this is what you have to do. And, like, I'm proof of that, where, like, with the way that my practice has gone is, like, you can change your mind multiple times and reinvent your business multiple times.
Pay attention to your passions.
Yes, and like, it doesn't, you're not stuck. And like, at college, like, I keep telling Anna when she's in engineering, and it's so hard and so difficult. I'm like, you don't have to do this.
Right.
You don't have to. Just know you don't have to. We can switch majors. And she's like, yeah, but no,
that's like, good too, right? You're like, do it, but...
Yeah, but also understand...
If you're actually hanging up and you're as miserable as you sound...
Yeah, then maybe we pivot. Yeah. And so it's like, you can pivot and you just don't know what's around the corner for you.
Right.
And to have that permission is huge, I think, for people.
Well, when we grew up to where... That's kind of why I asked what you meant by your parents are hardworking, because our... Growing up, it was our parents' generation was, if you get a job at Wagner's, you keep that son of a gun as long as you can, and you're going to work your way up in 6 months to as far as you can go. But every Friday, you're guaranteed. You know what I mean? That was the dumbest thing ever, but it was the smartest move. We don't do that.
There's no loyalty now.
Right. I'm about it. Your daughter gets out of school. It's like, go sell insurance for a summer. Go do real estate. Go.
And these companies make it that way where you're not loyal. And, it's just a different world. Yes. But it's also like, they were like, my parents were the first to go to college, to get a master's degree. And so our expectation was set.
Yes.
Like a bachelor's degree is not enough.
Right. That just meant you went.
You got to do more. Right. And so that's kind of where
How crazy is you can't really do shit with a bachelor's. That really does just mean you went to college. That's it.
And the cost of a bachelor's, ridiculous.
Listen.
College is not affordable. If you and that's that, like, we have got to do something because it is unaffordable for you to go get a teaching degree anymore.
Right. It's unaffordable to go. I had a dude on the podcast named Chris Pabst. He's an author of a book called Failure Factory. He did 6 years he worked on this piece his target was Baltimore, just because I think that's the city he was buying. It was a big city. And they dove in and just got dirt on the education system. Just how is this... And they're watching the 17-year-olds throughout this time get into their early 20s, and a really high percentage of them were incarcerated or strung out or whatever. And so he dives in, and they literally found to where they have these programs in these bigger cities that, like, if you can get your kid to just show up 10% of the time will give them 50%. And they have to earn the other 10% because 60's a pass there.
Yeah.
And it was so screwed up to where he goes, the end result is we have kids going to college that have to be there for $30,000 in 2 years before they're ready to start getting their bachelor degree or associate's degree.
Right.
Like they just aren't.
They're not ready.
And I go, so what do you, this is facts. And he goes, yeah. I go, well, what do you, and he goes, well, I'm not I don't know.
Yeah.
I just have the information. He's like, Trump actually just referenced my book and said we need to do, and I was like, oh shit. He's like, yeah, I mean, it's out there, but no one goes to school board meetings. Nobody gives a shit. No. And I was like, it's not here necessarily, but I'm pretty sure about 140 miles north, it's probably the same thing.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's I mean, we could talk about this forever, man, because that is, I mean, no, and it's truth. It's obvious truth is what's crazy.
Yeah.
You know,
and like nothing, you don't even know where to start to fix it. Because it's just like college keeps getting more expensive. Kids, like they can't afford to, they're not getting jobs when they get out of school. So it's just a whole nother bag of worms.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to invite your husband to come sit down because
oh my gosh, he's
and he's been through it, and I mean I'll get off of it after this. This is so I remember it was a few years ago, and I'll just leave the schools out of it, but there was a person that I know that their daughter came back from college, was doing some subbing, ended up getting on full time for the Decatur schools. Yeah. It was like, worked there and I ran into him in the summer and was talking to her, asked how it went and all that. And her dad is like, tell him a couple of them stories. And he's like, he'll appreciate it. And I'm like, what's up? He kind of took over and was like, dude, these kids are bad, right? I go, well, yeah, fair. Yeah, I don't know what you thought when you were going to go teach.
Right, yeah.
But he goes, but here's the problem. He goes, remember when you used to get home from school, and if you messed up, your mom would be like, wait till your dad's home? I'm like, yeah, for sure. He's like, these moms come in here and tell this teacher, raise your voice at my kid again. I'm smashing you on site tomorrow. And it's like, this is a 23-year-old young lady. Yeah. This is you just picture anybody I could be talking about coming in. And they're going, okay, so everybody sit down, please. No? I can't talk crazy to you.
Yeah, your hands are tied. It's tough.
Yeah,
it is tough to be in education right now, for sure. Tough to.
It's a broken system.
It's a broken system. It starts at home, and until we fix the home, we never will fix the system because it all comes back to parents have to care, parents have to be involved, and in some systems it's poverty breeding poverty, and then you can't ever. You have to have appreciation for authority, and you have to have appreciation for education. And until people start appreciating the system, but even the good families, it's still hard to get through college and to pay for college and to get out and get a job. And I mean, and
we're the minds of going, I need a little guarantee.
Well, you do. If you're going to spend all this money, I want a job. Or
quit school now.
Yeah.
Or change now.
Yeah.
Don't get done.
Yes.
And then go,
I
don't even like this career.
I don't like this job. Well, now you got $100,000 of debt. You got to work a job that you hate. And that's not fair for anybody.
That sucks.
That's not fair for anybody.
No.
And that's why people hate their careers.
Right. It's that mighty dollar as long as you can get it, which I think I'm seeing more. Well, I'm just paying attention, I think, to more people who have made a living in a passion that they have. And I think it's great. I love especially the people who are over 30, over 40, and then make a move.
Yeah.
Or the ones who retire because they started working at 20.
Sure.
And they retire at 45 and go, now I'm going to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that's not vacation.
No.
It's start a company. It's, I love it.
It's passion projects.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've just survived like that. That's just kind of been, I'm like, I probably wouldn't be a good employee. You know what I mean?
I feel that way too. I couldn't be told what to do.
Right. Because I will think I have a better idea that I'm just going to do.
Yes. I mean, like, I like that, but.
And if you take credit, we're going to talk publicly.
Yes. I'd be like, I like that, but here's what I think. Here's what I want to do.
Fair.
Yeah. That's why we're entrepreneurs.
Yeah,
we don't work for
it's
people.
like, I'm a shitty worker, but I need good ones. Okay, so you graduate from high school, you go to college. You go to college for what you're doing?
So you go to college, you could go.
Did you know, are you doing right now what you planned on doing when you went to college?
In a form,
Okay.
yes. I knew my junior year of high school I was going to be a chiropractor. Sort of, it was ingrained in me that this is what I was going to do. My parents and grandparents were longtime chiropractic patients. They were like, you should be a chiropractor. I was like, okay, I'll be a chiropractor. I don't know anything about it. I just know my parents and grandparents go, I don't know a damn thing about it.
I'm about to go learn all of it.
I'm about to figure out this, which is so dumb looking back. I'm like, why did I step into this? Like, I knew my parents had went, but like I had no like actual experience with being a chiropractic patient.
Nothing.
I don't know that I ever saw them be adjusted. I just knew my dad had had multiple back surgeries. Chiropractic kept him going.
Yeah.
It was a big deal for my family. My grandparents went to a chiropractor when it was like sketchy, like you don't
Right.
you walk in an unnamed
Yeah,
door.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, they had been long time chiropractic patients.
It's kitchen table conversation, right?
Yeah, and it's like, you should do this. This is a great career. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. So my junior year of high school, I toured the campus of Logan University, which is where I ended up going.
Where's that?
It's in St. Louis.
Okay.
So it used to be just a chiropractic college. Now it's like Logan University. They've got Masters of Science in certain things.
Okay.
So I toured there. I did fall in love with the school and what I was going to be learning. I was a big science. I loved biology. So I was going to be a physical therapist. My aunt was a physical therapist. I went and watched her at what she did at her hospital, and I was like, this is not it for me. I was like,
Good
this is
for
not
you.
it. So I knew that wasn't the way I was going to go. So she was like, you should go to chiropractic school. So I was like, okay. So my junior year of high school, I was like, this is what I want to do. So being the type A person I am, I was like, okay, I need 2 years of undergraduate, and then I can leave early, finish my bachelor's degree while I'm at chiropractic school. Instead of having 4 years of undergrad, I had 2.
Gotcha.
So you could go either way. A lot of people go 4 years, they get a bachelor's in some sort of science. Mine is in human anatomy.
Okay.
You could do kinesiology, you could do biology, as
Sure.
long as you meet your prerequisites. But I left college after my sophomore year to go to chiropractic school early. So I was...
That's a whole separate thing.
Yes. So we run on trimesters. So it's a 5 academic year program, but it's condensed into 3.5 years. We don't take summers off.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Chiropractic is that?
Yes, chiropractic is that much school. So
Okay.
so a lot of people, I was the youngest in my class. So a lot of people go 4 years, then you go 3.5 more.
Right.
So yeah, so we run.
You crammed a little bit so you could start.
I got done early.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I left college early. So
Yeah, you're like, why are we walking if we can run through this?
I mean, I was
What
like,
are we
let's
doing?
do this. Why have extra debt when I could do this early?
Right.
And academically, I was ready. Like I handled the load just fine.
Yeah.
I was just young. So when you go to chiropractic school, it's 3.5 years. Trimesters, you go fall, spring, summer. Finished that, and then got my degree. I never thought I was going to run my own business. I was 23 years old when I graduated chiropractic school. So I went in with my parents' chiropractors.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I'll just work for you.
Okay.
I'll work for you. It was miserable. My first day of work,
You were an employee.
I was and I was technically an independent contractor.
I feel you.
But my first day of work, I cried.
Mm.
I hated it my first day.
Oh.
I hated life.
But
I
you're
hate-
like, I can't
I'm like, what do I do?
this.
What do I do?
Oh,
And so, like, I toughed it out, and I was like, I think I signed a 5-year contract. I don't remember. I had to buy my way out of my contract when I left. I paid $10,000 to get out of my contract when I left because I was so unhappy. I stayed a year,
Oh, yeah.
and then
And then what?
I was like, so my sister was also in chiropractic school. She was a year behind me. So we had an opportunity where we were like, it was kind of, I knew I was miserable. I knew I needed a way out. We had an opportunity to rent some space. And so I was like, I'm out. We're going to run a practice together.
So you
No-
liked what you were doing, just didn't like the climate?
Yeah, it was a husband and wife team that I had worked for, and they didn't have kids. And so I felt kind of like a child. It was kind of patient stealing. It was just not a great environment.
Right.
They were not as ready to retire as they said they were.
That's also how
Yeah.
the generations before us, you just kind of got treated like shit, so
Yeah.
you earned your stripes to where now
Yeah.
I respect the 25-year-old genius. I love it.
I mean, I take care of my people
Yeah.
because I've been there and I've been miserable. And it was a good start. It wasn't a great environment for me as a young female.
Right.
I was not happy.
Right.
And, you know, I did get some practice, you know, learning how to take care of people. And, like, you know, I learned stuff,
Sure.
but it was not for me.
You learned enough to go, I can do this without this.
Yes. I don't need to be treated this way. I'm out.
So you just took a stab and it worked?
I mean, yeah. Like,
It's still the same? Like this was the business that you guys
no. We've changed multiple times.
Okay.
So that office, my sister and I ran together for 10 years.
And you guys did what?
Chiropractic.
Yeah, both of you.
Mostly, yeah. We got sports. We were sports chiropractors, treated back pain, neck pain.
Is that like people, and this is just me, I have no idea. Do like doctors recommend you, or are these like, no, these are uncomfortable people that call us?
So
Or
it's like,
do you have to deal with insurance and all that
yes,
bullshit?
you
Oh.
can. You can. We tried to go without insurance for a while, and
It don't work out.
people want to use their insurance. Even they have really shitty insurance, but they want to use it.
You're
People have terrible insurance, but they still want to use it.
They feel like I have to.
Yeah, I have to use it. Even though my deductible is $4,000, I have to use this insurance. Even though they're paying me cash, basically,
Right.
they want to use their insurance.
Right. Yeah.
I get it. I understand the mentality. People don't understand. So we built our practice that was just like built on referrals. Medical doctors aren't great about chiropractic.
Right.
People don't understand what we do.
Right.
And they don't understand.
Is it getting better?
I would say we're still not, like, with what I'm doing now, people still don't understand and refer as much as I would like them to here. Other places in the country, I mean, you've got referrals from everybody, midwives, lactation, like they are just, but we're not in a big city. People are a little bit more closed-minded as to, you know, what we're actually doing.
Well, what
here.
do you think that people think?
I think,
Or what do you know that people
they
think?
don't understand. They think chiropractic is scary. They think chiropractic is dangerous.
Right, don't break your neck.
Yes, and it's like you don't understand that your ibuprofen that you're taking is more dangerous than
Way
me
worse.
working on you.
Way worse.
COVID did change people into being more holistic minded and questioning the
That's
medical system.
That's kind of why I was asking if
Yeah.
it's shifting at all.
So it did shift in COVID, and COVID was when I really shifted my practice. So we had our practice. We built a 4,000 square foot building from scratch
Ooh.
because we were doing so well. That was called the Back Institute. We were there we built in 2015. In 2020, COVID hit. Everything changed for me.
For the better
Well,
or worse, or eventually?
everything changed for me in the fact of like I really, really realized I hated what I was doing. I almost left chiropractic. I didn't like the dynamic with practicing with my sister was not going well. We were both going in two different directions. I hated chronic pain patients. It was really, really wearing on me to treat people of, you know, Medicare age chronic pain that just really, I mean, it was just really wearing on me of like people that wouldn't do anything to help themselves.
Oh.
Like,
I got
keep
you.
coming back in like, I'm not better. Like,
You're like, I should have been a therapist,
chronic
apparently.
pain is very, very hard.
Right.
And chronic pain in older people it's just not my, I just don't.
It didn't vibe.
It didn't vibe with me.
Yeah.
So I was going to leave chiropractic. I was like, this isn't for me. So
This is after you built the big building.
yeah, this is literally 5 years after we built a $1.2 million building. I'm like, I'm leaving.
Did anyone tell you, hey, guess what? Nope.
Well, my sister was like, actually, I'm leaving. And so I was like, okay, well, so now what? So she was like, actually, I'm out. And so
You're like, wait, when I left I had to give someone 10 grand. Do
right.
you have to do that?
I'm like, wait a minute. And so we were this partnership. We had built everything together. So
You're like, I want to get out and I have to buy her out?
so now I have to buy her out.
Talk
Now I have
about
to
recommit.
Now I have to spend more money. So then I decided I'm going to do this my way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do this different. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I'm going to do it in a way that is not being done around here.
Okay.
I decided if I'm going to stay with chiropractic, I have to pivot my practice. So in 2022, I rebranded into Aligned Family Wellness. I decided I wanted to treat pregnant women. I wanted to treat families. I wanted to do more wellness care. more what we call neurologic chiropractic.
Mm-hmm.
And so rebranded, pivoted, changed my entire practice to pediatrics, prenatal, family wellness.
Oh, so you're just saying it's my place. I can, if I hate a certain
literally-
part of it, if I feel like I'm not good at I mean, that's right. If you don't like it, it's almost like it's a disservice to whoever you're treating.
And,
You're going,
and I'm just
hate
like,
this.
I'm just not, the elderly is not for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not.
Well, that's
Yeah.
actually, so you just keep getting these bad problems that turn into, well, you pivot correctly,
Yeah.
so it turns into,
Yeah.
do you like chiropractic yet?
So yeah, that was my first burnout.
Okay.
Like COVID, when I say COVID was the best and worst thing that happened to me. COVID made me, like, I had horrible insomnia, I had horrible anxiety, I burned out significantly and almost left the practice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was my first round of burnout. And then I said, okay, well, we're going to do this different so I don't burn out. So I switched and pivoted my practice. And I have wonderful patients and wonderful people. And I was doing what I was great at and what I love doing. I was treating moms and their newborn babies. And everything was going so well, too well. Like,
Okay.
to the point where I was so busy, I burned myself out by overcommitting and overseeing people. I had so many people on my schedule. I was working so much. Plus, I had 2 busy kids in 3 sports each that
So every evening was accounted for. Something.
it was
Yeah.
literally this horrible cycle of, like,
Was it conscious burnout? I mean, like on your first round of when you call burnout, I mean, we all have bad days, sometimes bad weeks, whether it's us or whatever.
Yeah.
But what makes it set in, or did you call it burnout then, or is that just kind of what I mean, I know what it is. We all know
Yeah.
what it is. I think it's amazing that I didn't realize there is a treatment for it. I honestly thought fumes is what you're just supposed to run on in
and
life.
that's what all of us do. And I didn't at the time.
Or
like
you knew you had the choice, maybe.
I knew I had to do something different the first time. There you go.
There we go.
I knew I had to do something different. So I thought, well, I'm just going to change what I'm doing. Like, I'm going to stay in chiropractic, but I'm going to change the way that I do it.
Were you confident it would work? Or
No.
are you like, we'll
No.
see if it don't work, then I'm definitely out.
Well, yeah, because I was like, these are the people that I want to serve. And if it works, it works. Like, no one here was serving people pregnancy or babies. No one was serving. So I'm like, there's a need. No one's doing the chiropractic that I'm doing. No one. So I have to, like, I'm doing it, and it went really, really well.
Okay.
To the point where
It was overload.
it was too much. I was seeing 70 patients a day. I was running on fumes. And so then I really knew, like, okay, this is not good for me. But I don't know what to do. Like, everybody's like, manage your stress or do, like, I can't. I'm running the business. I'm in the business. I'm doing the social media. I'm doing the bills. I'm doing the payroll. I'm doing, like, I can't not do this stuff.
But you didn't have a team?
Or
you were like, I'm not trying to do that yet? Because
So I had, like, part of it's a little
it
bit
sounds
of,
like you need to hire some people.
yeah,
So-
and I did. I
Oh.
mean, I had an office manager, I had other staff, but also I had people I had 2 social media managers that started my social media and
Yeah.
then quit on me.
Mm.
And it's just like,
I
then
love
I take
that.
it back on. So
Yeah.
then you learn, like, I'm just not going to hand anything off. I'm
Yeah.
just going to do it all myself, which leads to the
Yes.
burnout cycle.
Oh, that's
because
my
you
life,
don't
dude.
trust people because they shit on you.
Yep.
And I still struggle with that to
Same.
this day. And I've got great staff now that sometimes you're like, just stop. Like, we got it. We're good.
Right.
But I need somebody to say that to me, because for years people would be like, I would hand it over and then they'd be like, just kidding, I'm out. And then, but my expectation, like,
you'll do it how you want it done.
yes. And I have very high expectations. We don't do anything half-ass in my
Right.
office.
Right.
But a lot of people do everything half-ass.
Yes, that's
And
normal.
And it's so hard to find people
The care.
that care and that want to work hard and want to serve our patients to the highest level that I expect.
It's finding people that just care more than just payday.
Yes.
You know.
And so learning that I could outsource my accounting to people that specialize in chiropractic. It's like finding the right people.
Sure.
I never was comfortable handing off anything to anyone in my office. You hear horror stories of, people mismanaging payroll. And so now I have a wonderful company that runs all of that just does chiropractors. But it's really, really hard for me to let go of things because I've been burned so many times.
I get it. So I had somebody tell me, I can so relate to what you got going. So I had someone tell me, what is the problem with delegating? And I go, trust.
Yes.
Because of outcomes, because of, I've done it where I didn't pay attention for 6 months and then went, what the fuck? What exactly happened?
Yeah. Or somebody leaves and
Yes.
you're like, what were you doing?
Yes, exactly.
This is a
exactly.
mess. This
so
is a mess.
The dude tells me, he goes, so let's just say that you give X, Y, and Z to someone to do, and for sure you would nail it 100% of the time, and for sure that they are going to disappoint you 20% of the time.
Right.
He's like, is it that bad?
Yeah.
And I go, well, yeah, it's bad. He goes,
Yeah.
but what if you're able to enhance the workload because you have them? So 80% success at 1,000% more clients is
right.
And I'm like, I do get it. But
yes.
I'm like, I don't know how to. I'm not a micromanager. I'm a doer.
Yes.
So I'm gonna explain it once. Then I'm gonna be like, by the time I tell you, I could just do this shit.
And you got to get it, and you got to get it quick, and you got to do it right.
Have you read this?
Buy back your time. Yes, but I can't. They want you to
my
not
favorite.
work.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, great, but who's going to see the patients?
No, yeah, I get it. I
You
get
know?
it. I get it. I mean, I just think that's valuable on just, you do it now, on people that go, yeah, social media, it's easy, cheap, free advertising if you got time to do it.
And that's where I struggle right now because I'm like, I've got one of my girls, she's really good on TikTok, but she doesn't have time to make our TikToks, and I'm trying to do Canva, and I'm doing our newsletters, but it also has to. I also heard from a really prominent social media person that you should be doing your own social media because people don't. You can't outsource it. Because I've learned that you outsource it to a company and they don't understand chiropractic.
Correct.
They
I agree.
can't do that.
I agree.
So it's like I have to have my hands on it, but I also have a team now where I can step back from patient care so that I can do the marketing.
Yeah.
But it's taken 23 years to get there.
Fair.
So, but it's also, like you said, learning to trust people.
Yeah.
And so I burned out so bad the second time that my health was terrible. I had put on weight. I wasn't sleeping.
You just didn't give a shit about you. Everybody
else, my kids, the business. I mean, I was I wouldn't say no to people. And, I didn't have boundaries.
I get it.
And I had to learn.
So relatable.
I had to learn. Something had to change again because I knew my health now is the problem. And no matter what I do, I can't sleep. I can't, I can exercise, but I'm gaining weight. I'm doing I don't like me.
Right.
I don't like the way I feel.
Right.
I'm grouchy. I'm not enjoying. I'm so I hate the word anxious and anxiety because to me that means your nervous system's dysregulated.
Okay.
So I never say I have anxiety. I felt anxious because my nervous system was so dysregulated that I couldn't calm down. I was being chased by a bear 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I never could come down from it. And I was like, I'm going to have a heart attack if I don't get my shit together.
Right.
So I had been mentoring.
You're like, I don't need a prescription. I need to get my life in order.
No, and that's where you look at stuff and it's how do you it's all horrible advice.
Yes.
They're people are over medicated. They will give you mental health is so important, and I understand there are times and places where people need medication, but also there's a lot of things we can do to help our mental health and not have to be medicated.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of it, anxiety is nervous system dysregulation. I will die on that hill every day. And that is something that we're not taught, and we don't understand how our nervous system works.
Right.
And when we're so dysregulated, nothing matters. Your supplements don't matter. Your exercise routine doesn't matter. Your body is in survival mode. It is being chased by a bear.
Yeah.
It cannot do any other function than literally make you feel like you're being chased by a bear.
Right.
And so I knew like I had to have help, or I was going to have to like cut back my hour. Like I just knew something was going to have to happen. So I was mentoring one of my old patients that I treated as a high schooler who decided she didn't want to go to medical school anymore. And I'm like, you would make a great chiropractor, actually. You would make a great sports chiropractor. She was a college volleyball player.
Yep.
I was like, you would make a great chiropractor. It was during COVID. And I was like, just think about it. Just go take a look at the college. Well, she was in chiropractic school. She was graduating. She was actually in North Carolina at the time. Unhappy. She would call me and just say like, hey, what pregnancy pillows are you using? We don't have any. What are you, what do you do for this? What do you do for this?
Right.
So we would talk every few weeks. I said, why don't you come? Like her boyfriend lived in St. Louis. I was like, why don't you come see me just so you can see how my office works. And like, I can show you what I do with patients, show you our pillows. So she came to visit. It was on the 4th of July weekend 2.5 years ago. This will be our third. This will be like 3 years. And she left, and I called her, and I said, if you're unhappy, I will hire you today. I will hire you today. I need you. I need you more than your...
Is she here?
She's here.
Ah.
She's here. I said, I will hire you today. And then her boss was selling the practice. Like, it was
Worked
like
perfectly.
literally perfect timing. She moved. That was July. I think she was working for me by September 1.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it was like we were thinking maybe January, and she called me and she was like, I need a job now. I was like, come now.
So what do you you treat now pregnant women and children and babies?
Yes. So then, as I'm treating all these babies, I start realizing, which this isn't going to make any sense to you, but I start realizing that a lot of these babies are struggling with breastfeeding. They don't know how to breastfeed. They're struggling. And I have to send them 45 minutes away to have any sort of help with breastfeeding, bottle feeding. All these lactation people, COVID shut everybody down. There's
Okay.
no lactation consultants anywhere. They were driving to Springfield. They were driving to Bloomington, to Champaign. So you take a new mom, 4 days postpartum, you have to drive 45 minutes to have your baby. So what do? I decide I can do this better than anybody else. I go back, I get my lactation degree.
Oh.
Not only do I do that, I become international board certified as a lactation consultant.
Oh, so you are the one in Decatur now?
I am the
or
one.
Decatur area, whatever. Yeah.
So it was a need, and I felt like I can fill this need. So my specialty right now is infants with feeding difficulties, infants that cannot breastfeed, infants that have birth trauma, infants that have just are stressed, that just aren't feeding well, aren't nursing, aren't bottle feeding well. That is my
It's your thing.
I am a master at that. So then Dr. Kylie, who's the doctor that my old patient, she came back. So she's also pregnancy certified. She sees infants. She does cranial work. She played college volleyball. So she sees a lot of our teen athletes. Then a year after that, her boyfriend needs somewhere to do his internship. So I tried to hook him up with some places in town. It just fell through. Nothing worked out. I was like, Josh, come here. Like, it may not be your jam. You'll see us treat a bunch of pregnant babies, but you can help. We do these neurologic scans. I'm like, you can do our scans. You can just be here and just do a bunch of deep tissue work. Like, we'll take you.
Right.
So he comes in last May. And then by summer, I'm like, you want a job? Because we are treating. So when Kylie and I were working, we weren't treating men because we were so busy with prenatal pregnancy. And everybody was like, but my husband wants in. Where should my husband go? I'm like, okay, well, you could go down the street, like, or we bring Josh in, and now Josh sees dads. Josh sees. So now we can see full families literally at the same time, but we all have our specific specialties. So Josh was a college baseball player, so he is really great with arm care and shoulders, and he worked at the VA. So
everybody's doing what they want.
Everybody, and it is just like, everybody's happy because I treat them well and I don't overwork them, and I give them anonymity, and I give them freedom, and I give them time off, and we all work. I work 3 days a week. Everybody else works 3.5 days a week. That's it. That's all you work. That's all you work.
So, I mean, not that obviously burnout's not good, right? But it made you be where you're at.
Right.
You figuring out how to deal with it. Right?
Yeah. And I think the only way you should ever deal with someone like in this realm of like what I'm doing, where I'm coaching people and helping people, you have to have lived experience.
Right.
So I could never help the women in my office, because I do still see a lot of women,
Yeah.
like women with nervous system dysregulation in the office, and like in my virtual coaching programs and stuff, where if I hadn't lived it, I can't speak to it.
Right.
So if
You're
a-
like, oh, did I live it?
There's a lot of people talking about
I could start living it again next
Literally.
year. I don't know yet.
and if I'm
Yeah.
not careful, I'm back into that dysregulation. So
what? How'd you get that regulated?
it's been 2 years. It's been 2
It's a
years.
process.
It is a process.
Okay.
It is an everyday battle of
But what are you talking? Is it like? I mean, you're talking like physical, like meditating, stretching, that type of deal,
yeah.
or are you
You have
talking?
to. It's a whole like you have to sleep well. You have to eat well. You have to learn to regulate your own nervous system. Like
Oh, you
obviously-
literally had to step back and go, I got to normal up, or I'm going to lose it.
I have to take away a lot. I can't do high intensity cardio. Like there was a time where I could only do 10 minutes of stretching. Like that is
And
all
it
my
just-
body would
that's it.
allow. That was it. So like there's a lot of stuff that like I was talking to a woman yesterday and I was like, you've got to chill out. You've got to stop getting up at 4 a.m. You've got to stop working out twice a day. You've got to stop doing HIIT cardio. There's a lot of, especially females, men, you guys are way different. Females over 30, especially over 40, you cannot be doing, if you are stressed and dysregulated, you cannot be doing, you're under fueling, you're under eating protein, you're under hydrating, you're working out too hard, and you're not sleeping.
Right.
So it is, and there's a lot of stuff you can do on your own. Like obviously, like our chiropractic care is very nervous system based. We are about decreasing your fight or flight to get you a little bit more regulated.
It's mental health chiropractics.
It's literally
Kind of.
changing your vagus nerve. It's decreasing your nervous system, regulating your nervous system by our adjustments. But you can also do a lot on your own at home, and that's what I teach people.
Sure.
Is like, yes.
Which is kind of a requirement, right? If you're
I
going
mean,
to go
you have
through
to.
it, then
I
you go
can
through
adjust
it.
you all day.
Yeah.
I can adjust you every single day. And, I'm the same way. I had chiropractic care at my disposal. I could be
Yeah.
adjusted 3 times a day.
Right.
I had to get my shit together. But I also had to learn there was nobody out there teaching me. People
Right.
were like, manage your stress. I'm like, what does that mean? I'm a CEO, CFO. I'm a mom of 2.
Stress ball? What do we got here?
What does
Yeah.
manager stress mean? So when I really learned, like, okay, like you have got to stop, like doing your. I mean, I was never big on like blue light at night, but like we are so overstimulated to our own fault.
Fair.
Where it's like, put your damn phone down
I know.
and like go outside and stand in the grass.
Oh,
Get some sunlight on your eyes.
you're right.
Go for a walk without your phone. Do not touch your phone for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It is the hardest thing you will ever do.
I'm one of them to where I know and I have to
Yeah.
do what you just said.
Yep.
Like, okay, I'm going to go out in the backyard with dogs and just
Yeah.
because.
And like literally give your brain white space to think.
But so you get this though. You have to get it. Is now we're at a point where I'm not even a big scroller.
Right.
But I'm putting shit out there for you to look at when you
I
scroll.
know.
So I'm sitting there going, should I just chill out, watch the Cardinal game, pet the dog, let my brain decompress, or am I wasting 3 hours? I could sit here and post 3 things. I could write an article.
So that's why it's hard for us to rest.
Yes.
And that's why you have
a
to rest.
notepad by my bed.
You can't, yeah. But your
I'll
brain
stay up
will,
if I don't write that down.
but you have to create the rest. And rest without guilt is something I had to learn so hard. Like me, I'm resting. I'm sitting on my computer, sitting in my watching TV and having my laptop
I'm not
on.
physically exerting
I'm
myself.
resting.
Rest.
That's not rest.
No. Right.
That is not
Turn
rest.
your brain off a
Turn
little
your
bit.
brain, have white space where you're literally like reading a physical book of fiction.
Yeah.
Because I am the ultimate professional development book reader.
Okay.
I will read a professional.
Fair.
But that's getting your brain thinking.
Yes.
That's okay if you want to read that in the morning, but you've got to like do some fiction. So Dr. Kylie's the best. She is an avid reader. She gets me into these books that are just fun and fluff, a little smutty.
Yeah.
All the things.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like, oh my gosh, I'm actually like
Enjoying
it
this.
gives me time.
Yeah.
And like I have a rocking chair on my back porch. You should go out there and sit and rock like rocking is so nervous system regulating.
Yeah,
it
fair.
costs you $0.
You're right.
Going for a walk without your phone.
Cracker Barrel had a plan when they put all
They
the rock.
did, but you know what? Why is it soothing to a baby? I have 2 rockers in my office for my nursing moms.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I go sit in there and just rock and just be like, we got to breathe and we got to regulate.
Interesting.
We got to regulate.
So I did this is maybe a few months back. I did that 75 hard.
Ooh, yeah.
And the hardest, I have these books, and they're all also, those
For
probably haven't been
professional
open. No, I have audio.
Oh, yes.
I
yeah.
drive a lot,
Yeah.
and I just listen
Yeah.
to them. The hardest part for me was reading 10 minutes a day.
Yeah.
I couldn't, I'm like, I've read the first 7 pages 7 times.
Yeah.
I don't remember
like,
shit.
what did I learn? What did I
I'm just
actually
looking
read?
at
Yeah.
it. I can't.
And that's-
after a while, it was a moment of going,
Yeah.
all right, dummy.
Yeah. Pay
Shake
attention.
it off. Yeah.
But also, that's the overstimulation because
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Dude,
take,
I could so relate to
I couldn't
everything
take
you're
a
talking
shower
about.
and get ready without a podcast being played. I couldn't drive in my car.
Why not absorb some knowledge?
Why not? Yeah. Why not learn something new?
Fair.
I was playing a
Dude, that
seminar.
is me
I was
currently,
playing a seminar in my
100%.
car as I was driving. Guess what I do now? Freaking drive with no sound on. Because it's just the stimulation. You
Yeah.
don't need the stimulation.
Yeah, you ain't wrong. The times I'll forget to put something on, and I'll be like, I just got to champagne.
And like
What was I doing?
your brain was just
Must have
having
been looking.
time. Yeah. Your brain was having time, and we
Fair.
don't give our brain any time because we're scared to be with ourselves.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I gotta feel.
And I
gotta
got to be
think.
honest. Before cell phones were an expectation, and it was like, if you want to talk to me, call me between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. at this number, 'cause
Yes.
that's where I'll be at. And
Yeah.
you don't know the number that I'm
No.
at home.
Right.
They got shit done. So I'm going, why do I work 16 hours a day and
Yeah.
don't accomplish shit? What is going on?
Because you're just doing too much.
All
We're
over
not.
the fucking-
We're not focused.
Right.
We are, and it's the Pavlov's.
Yes.
Like the phone dings and here
Yep.
and this.
Yep.
And you're trying to do too many things at once. Like no wonder we're freaking overstimulated
Yeah.
and our body thinks we're being chased by a bear.
So
It's
interesting.
just-
This is the first time I'm finding out that is not normal.
That it is not how it should be. No.
You're like, normal? Yes. How it should be?
It
no.
is. It is common.
Yeah, common. That's what I meant.
It's
Yeah,
not normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal is
But
just a
also-
setting on the dryer.
But we're all that way, and we don't realize. And that's where I really had to take a look at this is what's making me. It's the coming home and still working and do it not having. Not that I have a lot of fun, but it's like having that
Having
time.
fun versus enjoyment is different,
And
right?
but having rest, intentional rest, and really being present where you are, be where your feet are at. And I'd be at my kids' games and I'd have folders of stuff, and I'd be making care plans at my daughter's games. I'm like,
I remember getting text messages saying, "Look up, he's up to bat." I'm like, "Yeah."
yeah,
Come on.
here we are. And that's where when I was in the depths of that, when both of the kids were so busy, I was like, this is not good.
Yeah.
This is not good. And I remember one day specifically.
Way to recognize it, though.
But you also go through the worst of it. There was one day where I was late. My last patient at the office had a big ordeal. She was couldn't leave the office. She was in a lot of pain. And I missed the start of my son's football game. I had pushed it too far, because what I would do is I would push it till the minute I had to walk out the door,
Right.
so that I'd get in the car and I'd drive straight to the event.
I'm
and then-
walking up for him to kick off.
Yep,
Let's go.
literally walking.
Yeah.
And I missed this huge tribute to my husband's best friend who
Ooh.
died of cancer. And I was crushed. I was crumbled. And I said, I will never miss and be late to another thing again. And it's setting those boundaries
Right.
that I was like, and
My
I
schedule
knew-
ends at 3 today because I got
Yes.
something to do at 6.
And I
Fuck
did
it.
that with the last 2 years that my kids were in school. I was like, I'm leaving, and it was all blocked out ahead of time. I was like, I'm leaving at he would have baseball games at 4:30, track meets
Right,
at 4 o'clock. Guess
right.
what? I'm out at 3
Let's
o'clock
go.
today. I'm
Yeah.
out.
Good for you.
But that was really hard. I had a lot of guilt. I had a lot of,
So
but
you have
it's-
people who come and see you currently that are just going, "Hey, man, hey, I heard what you was talking about on that podcast, and you just
Yeah.
described to me."
Yeah.
Can we
Literally,
help?
that's me. Yeah. Yeah. So it's mostly it's women that
Sure.
will come in. I mean, obviously, all of us
Why?
do.
Because that's what you treat, or because dudes think they're They don't want to be pussies or
I
what?
don't like treating men. They are
Oh.
not compliant.
Oh.
I will set you down and I will say, I will give you a treatment plan.
Uh-huh.
We do nervous system scans. So these nervous system scans, there's 3 tests you get when you come in. There's no emissions, there's no radiation, they're not harmful. We do them on newborns. But it will tell me your HRV, your heart rate variability, which is basically, you can check that, like if you wear an Oura ring, sometimes your watch. So it tells you the beats between your heartbeat.
Okay.
If you're stressed out, you're going to have, like, your heart rate's going to be high and your heart rate variability is going to be low.
Oh.
And so it's kind of like a stoplight, green, yellow, red.
Uh-huh.
It'll show us where you are. So if I know you're in the yellow or the red, you're being chased by a bear 24/7. We need you up in the green. So I can tell where you're at, where your nervous system is at with that HRV scan. Then we do one that checks your muscle energy and then your temperature of your skin, your spinal nerve energy. And I put that together and I can say, this is how long it's going to take for you to heal. And so men don't like to be told they need to be in to see me for 12 weeks. They want quick fixes. And
what were you going to do in them 12 weeks? I'll do it.
Yeah. They're like, I don't need you.
I can pop my back.
And a lot of my men come in, they're pain-based. And I just don't do, like, Dr. Josh is wonderful at that.
That's the only time I've been to the chiropractor is when I'm like, something's up.
And that's where we are different in that I'm looking at you like you need to be adjusted probably every 2 weeks, if not weekly.
Right.
Because your nervous system's dysregulated.
And the adjustment contributes to just getting normal back?
Yeah. So we look at the spine. There's, like, if you think of your brain, it's kind of like a jellyfish.
Sure.
So you've got the top of the jellyfish and then all the nerves that come out.
Yeah.
All those nerves run to your organs. They run to your muscles. They run. So a lot of people come in and they notice the tension. They're really tight all the time.
Right.
That's your nervous system telling you you're dysregulated. You're tight because when those nerves, it's like a kink in a garden hose. When there's a kink, it doesn't flow out properly. If there's a kink in your spine, if there's a kink in your muscle, those nerves aren't getting the information that they should. Stuff starts to happen. You get headaches. You get anxiety. There's specific areas of the body. It's called a Merrick chart that relate to, like, your thoracic spine. Your T8 deals with your adrenals, which is your cortisol. So if I can work on the tension in your upper back, nerves move better. Same concept with babies. Birth is stressful on babies. So when we come in, babies can't tell us what's going on.
Right.
We run the scan. We can see where the stuck stress is in their spine. And then
treat it.
Yeah, and treat it. And remove the stress. Feeding problems go away. Remove the stuck stress in your spine. Your headaches go away, but also your anxiety goes away. You feel better. You have better mental clarity. You've got no brain fog.
I mean, and you see this. This isn't like
every day.
This isn't something you read. You see it.
I do it every day. I see it on myself, but I see it every day.
Yeah.
I see it every day on every newborn baby that I treat, every pregnant mama, every stressed out working woman that comes in.
Yeah, I think you're in the perfect era for this because there's been a couple little Netflix documentaries on them pills that make people second guessing.
And people get the nervous system stuff now. People are, and you get this transition back. I don't know.
Pay attention to your body thing where it goes.
And people are going like, yeah, I'm on my phone too much. Like, I don't know if you've seen the Instagram where people have these like analog baskets where they're like having crossword puzzles and things that they're doing off their phone at night and rocking in rocking chairs. It's like people are understanding nervous system dysregulation more so now than ever because it's being talked about.
Yes.
But like we are physically doing something about it too.
Love it.
In the office. And I can measure it and make yes, your symptoms improve, but I can see it and I can prove to you that this is actually changing and your nervous system is becoming resilient again.
So you also do some teaching and coaching?
Yeah, well, I do coaching for like virtual coaching for women that you don't have to be in my practice. You can be.
I mean, these are other chiropractors?
No, they can be any. I call it high functioning burnout. People that are mostly it's women because I just love to take care of women.
Okay.
But high functioning burnout. So whether you're mostly, like I see it more in the healthcare profession because
women do it a lot with kids.
It's compassion overload, I feel like, in the healthcare circle.
Yeah.
Because we are giving so much to people all day long.
Oh, yeah.
So, you've got your NPs, your nurses, your dentists, your, people, chiropractors, obviously, women chiropractors. But also, like, I see a lot of women that work at ADM, that work at Caterpillar, that have high-level jobs there.
Yeah.
Or they're just busy moms that are just stressed out and don't feel good. I mean, I just talked to a patient yesterday, and that's when I told her, I'm like, you've got to stop getting up at 4 a.m. and working out twice a day. Stop.
Right.
Stop. And so whether I see you tangibly in my office, which is obviously ideal because I can put my hands on you, but I also know I can help you do a lot on your own.
Right.
And
Well, you're going to have to do
yeah.
shit outside of this office anyway.
You are.
Right.
So we might
Lifestyle
as well.
shifting a little
And that's
bit.
where I feel like the biggest shifts are when you put the work in.
Right.
I mean, yes, my adjustments are amazing, but you got to put the work into them too. But you can also do a lot for yourself. If I'm treating you in Kentucky or California, you can also do a lot of this because a lot of it is lifestyle changes and understanding what your body is telling you and getting rid of the bad advice that they're giving to everybody, stopping your Orange Theory classes, stopping your, high intensity, stop training for a marathon, stop going to CrossFit. And
so I dig the era we have of people being self-disciplined, and I love that.
Yes.
But I get that too. What you're saying
and
is
it
like
depends on where your
if you're
body
just
is
challenging
at.
yourself to be have a terrible day. It's
Yes.
not a great idea.
Well, and when you're already stressed,
right.
exercise is a stress.
Right.
Fasting is a stress. Most high functioning women don't eat. They're not fasting on purpose.
Right.
They just don't. And I get guilty of that too.
Right.
Men, you guys can handle that. Your biological clock runs on a 24-hour.
Yeah.
Ours doesn't do that. And so we can't have stress upon stress upon stress. So when you add a stressed out mom or working individual, then I have them do HIIT workouts, which is extra stress, on top of fasting, which is more stress, on top of
We're just
like,
hitting
not
every
sleeping.
angle of your being
Like
stressed.
no wonder you feel like complete shit all the time.
Right.
It's because you're just compounding stress upon, and your body is
I
saying,
lost 5 pounds. You haven't ate.
yeah, but you feel terrible. And your heart rate is out of control,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
your watch is telling you slept 4 hours because you had to get up and go work out. And I've been there.
Right.
I have been there.
Right.
And I had to unlearn so many things to get me where I am now.
That's so interesting.
And it's so hard mentally to tell a high functioning person in burnout that like you got to chill out because it's like no, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
And then what?
Yeah.
Right.
Then what
Right.
I do? Like I can't work out, and that handles my stress. And then so we pivot and we make. But I just see it so much where they're underfueling, they're underhydrating, they're undermineralized, they're undersleeping, over exercising, overstressed, overstimulated.
You're making complete sense. I mean, no, it is there's so many people who do it in so many different ways.
Yeah. And I can see that in so many, it's so interesting because what I do for burned out moms is the same thing I do for a newborn infant. It's still the nervous system regulation.
Right.
It's just in a different form. And so it's just that nervous system work is just so beneficial for everyone. But
well, when you're talking about babies, that's some happy parents because that's the bad thing about babies. We don't know why you're.
Yeah. And that's what I get.
What's up?
It's like, are they colic? Are they reflux? I don't know why they're doing this. I don't.
Yeah,
and
all the doctor will say is, well, change formulas.
And
stop breastfeeding. Start breastfeeding.
We get
what have you done?
terrible advice. Here's some.
What
here's
haven't
some
you done?
Lobotomy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Here's some medicine. Here's this, and so we can take back and listen to the mom and say, "We hear you. We see you. We know what's wrong. Let's get some of this tension, this stuck stress in their spine unwound." And then they're going to do what they're going to do.
That's
and
so
you're
cool.
they're going to sleep and they're going to be happy baby. So many times the mom has been like, oh my gosh, this is finally the baby that I wanted to have.
Yeah.
It's so hard on these new moms.
Well, you took the long way to get where you wanted to get, but it's got to feel good to make it to the perfect place for you. Seems like.
I don't feel like I'm there yet. That's the thing.
What's your goals?
I foresee, I've always said there's something bigger inside, but I don't know what it is. I do feel very, very passionate about helping women like me with the burnout. But
you go speak anywhere?
No, but I feel that.
You should.
That's my goal. My
sure.
goal is to speak. I want to restart my podcast. I do have big visions where I really want to help so many more women understand. I will miss, if I'm not tangibly adjusting my babies, I will miss that because I'm the only one in the state of Illinois who is an IBCLC and a chiropractor. I'm the only one doing what I'm doing. So I'd like to keep a little bit of that, but I would love to speak. I would love to just
it kind of
help more women.
Yeah, I think that's it. If it comes back to going, if I'm sitting with 1,500 women watching me, I'm helping a lot of people.
Helping a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that will still feed that for me. But I do feel
yeah.
like there's something bigger on the horizon. And I'm entering a stage of my life where I can do that now.
Yeah.
Both my kids will be at college.
There's something really powerful to just to get women or people in general together and remind them that this is what you are feeling.
Yeah.
Your accomplishment feeling is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't have to have it. It doesn't.
You don't have to
it's not
burn
part of the
yourself
deal.
to the ground to get where
I
you want
got
to be.
3 kids, so life just sucks. It's
Yeah.
like, well, no.
No, it doesn't
Get your
have
shit in
to.
order. Yeah.
And I do feel like the last 2 years, I was really able to enjoy, because as they were getting through high school, I knew time was fleeting.
Yeah.
And that really scared me.
Sure.
In the fact of like, I've got to really step back and enjoy. And I feel like I was a better mom.
Well, you
I
did
was
it.
a better.
Good for you for doing it.
And it was, I'm just so grateful that I stepped back and said, no, you guys, this is my priority. But now that they're both in college, I have the time to travel and to speak and do the things and to not have so much on my plate. But I've also been in those positions where I can speak to those moms and say, like, I've been there with busy kids, running a practice, having 3 sports, being gone every night, going to travel games. Like, I've been there.
And I even mean not even necessarily speaking from a medical standpoint, just the ability to motivate, that's like the most.
The lived experience.
Oh.
And there's a lot of people talking nervous system on the internet right now.
Right.
If you have not been through burnout twice and resurrected yourself, don't even come at me. You have not. You have no idea what I've been through.
I feel you.
You have no idea what I've been through.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, whole nother topic. Well, first, that's awesome. I mean, what you're doing is, I really didn't know, so I think it's. I think I'm going to start getting adjusted.
Yeah,
I don't
see?
know. I don't know what's going on. I thought I had to wait till I couldn't stand up and be
No.
like, let me go.
That's the
Google.
opposite. No, you need wellness care. Wellness care. You get adjusted before you hurt. We prevent. It's like going to the dentist and having your teeth cleaned preventatively.
Right.
You're preventing issues from coming.
It's the machine. It makes sense, right?
Yeah.
What's your take on AI? I don't know how. I mean, we all are in it.
Yeah. I love AI. I use AI every single day. I don't foresee it taking a huge place in my it's never going to do, like, it will never take my job, which is amazing.
But it helps with a lot of behind the scenes shit.
It's
right.
I use it every single day.
Fair.
I use it every
What's
single day.
What's your choice?
Right now, I'm still a Chat GPT girl.
Same. I like Grok too.
I'm learning about Claude,
Claude's
and then there was another one today where you can take like your podcast and put it in there, and it'll do clips. I forgot what that was. Something with a O.
Opus Clips.
Yes, Opus.
Yeah.
So those are like my top ones now.
Hey, scan the Opus Clips link here to support me and
do that. And then when I get on it, do it. But Claude with the projects is just a little involved for me right now, and I'm like, okay, I got to take a step back from that.
Yeah.
But I do think, like, AI, you better get on the train or you're going to be left behind.
Yeah.
But
keep
you also,
writing letters and mailing them if you want to.
It's literally life-changing for me. And I do think, like, people hate on it, but it's, like, it's good.
It is
and
good.
you have to, when you get it trained and it helps to learn what you're looking for, it helps it knows
you.
It does.
So I think that the naysayers are understanding. Like, I'm even like, next time you have to go to Springfield, Champaign, put your thing on the mount and ask it what it needs to know to get to know you. And it'll have a conversation with you that'll blow your mind.
It will. And
it's not Google.
Yeah. And you can put your stuff. I don't even use Google anymore.
Hell
Sorry, Google.
no.
I don't use it anymore.
Hell no.
It is like you can modify it if you're using the paid version and have all your stuff already preset.
Yep.
I mean, and I was talking to AI today about, like, I want to grow our Instagram so bad.
Yes.
I am huge on social media. I feel like it is so underutilized in this town, and people don't, like, please go to our Align Family Wellness Cairo Instagram, because we have so many videos, and, like, I was just like, what are we doing wrong? What do I need to tweak in our bio? And it was like, cut and paste your last 9 screenshots, and he's like, this is what you need to do. And so, like, it just, to me as a business owner,
sweet,
it was amazing,
cutting corners for you.
It was, because I was like, what am I missing? Why are people not following? And it was just, it talks to you like a person. It was like, you're educating too much. People want to see more of you. Put your face on there more. Do more videos. Do more. And so it's like, okay, I mean, stuff I know in my brain that I knew we needed more, but it's like, it was like, stop doing the canvas, stop doing the static post, put more videos out, talk more on there. They
Right.
want to see you. They want to engage with you.
Yes.
But it's like, okay, now, like, it's not just my brain thinking, oh, should I do this? It's like someone saying, here's the proof that you need
What
to.
are you doing?
And
Yeah.
it's like, you have this many likes on this. This is what you need to be. This content is working for you.
Yeah.
And it cut it in a second of time where I would spend hours mulling over it.
Right.
And it's just like, I think it's wonderful. I'm not worried about it getting a brain and overtaking us and being,
No.
whatever.
I mean, people are going to do bad shit with shit anyway. Just as how it goes.
I mean, and that's why you kind of like, you do the paid version. So the biggest thing is like them taking your intellectual property and then other people being able to take your intellectual property. If you're just using it for fun, they're never going to do that. But like creating my courses, creating all my documents, like if you're not on the paid version, it does go to like everyone.
Yeah, fair.
So those things are like, okay, let's be a little
It's worth
cautious.
$20.
It's worth the $20 by all means.
Well, I think, of course, there's a lot of things, obviously, it's not going to be able to do. But, I mean, it goes back to going up, what do they call it? A personal assistant with a PhD and everything. It's kind of crazy.
I mean, it doesn't make mistakes.
No.
And like, I love my staff, but if I could, and we do, like, we're very techie in our office. So we've got two-way texting. We've got an online app that you can schedule online. You can schedule yourself. You can schedule a new patient. Like, we are very techie. So I eliminate a lot of phone issues for my patient or for my staff. But if I could get rid of one full or redirect that one full person into doing other jobs and allow AI, but it's like, I can't let AI take over my schedule. I am
right. Well, so
like,
I built an agent. I have a contracting company as well as the drone company. And one of the positions at the contracting company is estimator, right?
Yeah.
And I created a AI agent to estimate jobs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is crazy because, I mean, I uploaded fucking 2,000 pages of code to it and go, here's
Here
what we
you
have
go.
to follow.
Yeah.
And it does way better than I do.
I know.
It's a 6-figure job, which I'm not mad that I'm not. I mean, should I be?
No.
And I took someone's job? No, I'm utilizing what I have.
And I always
Be an
say
idiot
we're
not to.
always going to need humans to run the AI.
For sure.
But also, like, as small business owners, if I can eliminate a $50,000 to $100,000 job,
I better.
that is life changing for me.
Hell
That's
yeah.
life changing.
That's
And
what I'm
I
saying.
can redirect someone to do something higher level for me.
And the confidence level of what happened is through the roof.
I mean, it literally,
Yeah.
they don't make mistakes.
Right.
I mean, they always say, like, chat can make mistakes. But, like, in reality, like, they're going to screw up way less than a human.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm always going to need a human face. I am always going to need to be there.
Well, yeah, and
But-
yeah, for sure. You're not going to have robots come in doing the shit.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. But, I mean, at least they could answer the phone or check your insurance
Right.
coverage or do something like figure out your payment plan a little bit easier, like where it just offloads my staff's work where they're not so overwhelmed. And
Right.
then they can focus on patient care, patient facing stuff.
So you remember back in the day when, like, China, I don't know what they were doing, but you could only have, like, one kid, and everyone just had boys or whatever the fuck it was?
Yeah.
So I was watching one of the rabbit hole of the robots. You know what I mean? And it was like they've been doing it over there, having robots for like 20 years now. And it's like, wait, what? So I dive into it. It goes, yeah, they did away with women. So we had to create robots to be in nursing homes.
Right.
To be like daycares.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit. Like, I didn't think about that. But it's going, well, what better way to be like a delicate, you know what I mean? With delicate people, like they mastered this. It's like, oh, it's going to be scary.
I always feel like humans are always needed.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm also like, I wouldn't hate a robot that's going to make me dinner.
For sure.
Or
I wouldn't
bring
mind
me a
being like,
snack.
hey,
Yeah.
fix that camera, bro. What are you doing over there?
Literally. Yeah. Why don't you do an edit
What are
this
you doing?
podcast?
Yeah.
Like, I would not hate that. Believe me.
I've said it several times. I bought a Harley in 2018 and just totally customized it. Don't ever ride it. And as I said, I'm going to sell it in 27. I said this 3 years ago. 2027, I'm selling it, buying a fucking robot. Think I'm kidding. They're like 20 grand.
Yeah.
I'll buy 3 of them, I think, with that
Literally
bike.
for your heart rate. Yeah.
But I'm going, oh no, I am definitely going to have walking up with this robot walking my dogs and be like, hey, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
Well, I think
clean my house.
Hell
like,
yeah,
mean,
make dinner, all that. Yeah,
I would love for somebody to make me dinner.
Yeah, I got plenty of things we can do.
Do my yard, do my landscape. Like,
That's everyone's like, oh, that's dumb. I'm like, to do all the shit you hate?
Exactly.
It's crazy.
That you're paying someone else
Exactly.
to do.
You have
like,
the best looking yard ever.
Right. You might as well. You're still paying for it, but at least they're
mowing my. I ain't got shit to do today. Use this. Yeah.
Some scissors cut the lawn.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
No, that's funny. Well, no, I do appreciate you coming in. I think this has just been cool. I mean, it was eye-opening for me. This is one of the most interesting fields I think I didn't know really existed.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I would have said chiropractor, crack it up.
Yeah.
You're good.
And that's like, I guess that's part of my mission too, is to have people understand
Educate.
that like obviously we're not cracking your baby. Like that is
My
not
brain
happening.
immediately went, what are you?
That is not, that is not what we do.
Right.
And like chiropractic is in so many different forms. It's one of the most beneficial things you can do for spinal health. It's so gentle. And I just want people to understand it's safe. It's literally so safe. And it's so effective and it's natural.
Bam.
And I mean, that's a big deal for people.
It should be.
And it's just, I feel like it's underutilized here, but I want people, especially to know with our littles, I truly believe everything starts when you're little. And if you have we always say kids don't grow out of things, they grow into bigger problems. So your colicky baby becomes your tantrumy toddler, which becomes your anxiety-ridden teenager, which becomes your medicated
Ritalin,
adult.
yeah, exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
And so it's like, if we can change this new generation of kids and teach them that, like, here's how your body works, here's these feelings, here's what you do to feel good, we can really change it. We can make healthier kids.
Like, there's a lot of autism now.
Yes.
Is that real, or do we just not honor it back then? Or you're like,
no,
nah.
I do. What I see, because we do a lot of like neurodivergent kids, because it's very much nervous system based. And there's a lot of practices, even more so like up in Chicago, that do almost all neurodivergent kids. Autism is at the highest level, I think, because of like a lot of stuff. I mean, we could get into it big time, but it is like the way what's in our food, the amount of vaccines we give our kids, the amount of toxins, the way that our kids eat or don't eat, our soil, the way, like, it is definitely higher than I've been in practice 24 years. I've never seen, post-COVID, I've never seen so much autism.
So I had
practice.
Dr. Jeffrey Knight. He's maybe California. I don't know where he's at. Podcast will come out next week. He was a chiropractor, but his specialization was like this is all he talked about was what's the word I just used for the kids that are nowadays?
Neurodivergent,
autistic.
Yeah, autistic. Yeah,
like that's his.
Yeah, a lot of chiropractors do now,
like just
because
that.
it is so nervous system based.
Because I was like, okay, so it's not just me, because there's a bunch of them now, and that's what he went into. Like, we could get into like the plastics and the metal
and it starts in pregnancy, and we're seeing, and there's a lot of
because it worked out financially for rich people, but it's crazy that it's like, hey, stop masking shit and do away with the problem.
Yes. Yeah.
It's the obvious thing, but we go to the doctor, pick it up in an hour at Walgreens, you'll be fine.
People want quick fixes, and to be healthy and to live a healthy lifestyle sometimes requires us to be a little uncomfortable, and to like not run to the doctor if we don't have to. For like, that is some things that we have to teach parents, is like, not every ear infection needs antibiotics.
Fair.
Not every.
If your kid's on so much shit that they don't work anymore because they've never not been on amoxicillin.
I mean, we'll get kids with 6 or 7 ear infections, and they're like, well, I don't know what to do.
Get tubes.
Like, get tubes. And I mean, it's just like, you're still not fixing root cause. There's a plumbing system backup. We have to let that plumbing system work like it should.
So like the body is designed to operate perfectly.
It is. And they're like, well, the kids' eustachian tubes are horizontal. Well, then every kid needs tubes. Like, that's not true. So it's just like, it's unwinding people's learned conditioning that's really hard, especially in
Yeah.
our area, to like talk to them through some of these things that they're like, well, I just go and this is what they do and they don't ask me any questions and I just get this, or I've been on anxiety medicine for 20 years. I don't know what to do. That's what they told me. I don't know how to get off of it. And we're like, well, your nervous system's dysregulated, so we got to get that calmed down
Right.
first.
It is almost like repeat that to yourself.
Yeah.
And then go, yeah, that sounds stupid,
Yeah.
right?
And that's where
But
a lot
we
of
do
people,
it.
we are seeing so much infertility. Like Dr. Kylie specializes in infertility. And so we are seeing a higher level of infertility than I've ever seen
Same.
before.
From intake of bullshit.
Exactly. And people are unhealthy.
Yeah.
They're overweight. They're, they have all these metabolic diseases.
Yeah.
They're just full of toxins, and they're pumping them more full of toxins because they're going to these infertility specialists that don't really check root cause. They're just
Trying to get your
here's a bunch of
levels
medicine.
up.
Yeah. Here's a bunch of meds. Here's a
Right.
bunch. So it's hard to be in a wellness space because you're fighting the medical establishment. And we will never want to do anything we don't tell people to get off your medicines or do anything like that. But it's like, maybe there's a better way. Maybe we can do this a little.
We're in the day and age where you can do your homework before you can see that I exist and do shit before you even come. So
And,
it's
like,
not selling them a dream.
Yeah. And let's try, and it's a process.
Yeah.
And you have to be healthy, and it takes, your body has to
Right.
learn how to, but
Yeah.
it's also, you're not injecting yourself full of hormones and doing,
Fair.
So I see it a lot in the infertility space, which then I think also then transitions to autism and other issues.
What do you think about the Ozempic trend?
So, I am pro peptides. I love peptides. I think they are the future.
Okay.
I think they are the future. I think
Is that peptide? Is that GLP?
Yeah, GLP-1s.
That's peptides.
Technically, GLP-1s, they market them as medicine, but they're peptides.
Okay.
So, and there's all kinds of different peptides. There's BCP 157. Those are healing
Okay.
peptides. So some of the, Nate tore his bicep tendon in January, and we did BCP 157 on him. And there's another one combined. It's called Hercules, and I forget what it was combined with.
Nate on that Barry Bond shit, bro.
Yeah,
Come on.
TH5. I don't know. Anyway, he healed so much faster. It is literally.
I'm talking about the thing that's making everybody skinny, even the ones who
So-
don't need to be skinny.
So I think there is a big difference between being on a managed GLP-1 with healthy lifestyle habits versus giving you a GLP-1. And these people, once they get off of it, they're going to gain weight back. If you don't have a healthy lifestyle, if you don't know how to eat enough protein, if you're not exercising, you are going to gain 10 times the weight back. Hands down,
Like every
it will
crash
happen.
diet ever, right?
Hands down, it will happen.
Yeah.
But if it prevents you from having, I don't think gastric bypass surgery works. I don't think the lap band works.
Right.
Those are huge invasive procedures.
How about a little discipline?
And there's a lot of people that can benefit. It does calm food noise for people.
Sure.
It does really help
I
people
bet it
not
works.
overeat. But you have to have the lifestyle there or you're just going to fail.
And so I heard recently on a podcast where they touched on it briefly, and they were saying, so it's shown that it makes you give a shit less, up here on things, it was everyone's skinnier now, but they don't even care about their husband anymore or their wife. It's showing that there's just less give a fuck in
Right.
general from.
I don't know. Maybe that has to do with the because if it's calming the food noise, which is the craving center in the brain, which I'm assuming is
Maybe
also,
a little bit of
yes,
every-
it also
okay.
makes everything.
Yeah.
But I think yes, you've got all these celebrities that are already really thin. That you can get peptides. It depends on your source of peptides. You can get them anywhere,
Yeah.
and that doesn't mean they're great. But there are also people that shouldn't be on them that are over thin, and it's scary, and they look like they're cancer patients.
Right.
But for your truly obese people, I think it's a great avenue for them. But what's happening is they're being given the drug and they're being
Not
not
educated.
guided. No, they're not
Right, because like
guided.
you said, the goal would be, okay, let's get down to your ideal weight.
Yes.
But now the lifestyle change is
Yes.
more important than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do all the right things. But for the people that have done all the right things and it still wasn't working, and to be fair, I was on a GLP-1.
Did it help?
Yes, it was amazing for me. When I was in my burnout and I had my cortisol
Yeah.
so high, nothing was working.
Right.
So I went on a GLP-1. It helped me get the inflammation down. It quieted the food noise, but I was doing all the right things, and
Right.
and the needle wouldn't move. But now,
Right.
but it's like, but I had all the right habits in place. It's the people that start with bad habits.
It's just going, I don't like me.
And I
I
see
can
a
get
lot of
this.
people that like they're still eating McDonald's. They're still eating
They
like
just don't eat as much.
yeah,
It's
they're
crazy.
still eating horrible. And so
Yeah.
it is very much, it has to be a lifestyle thing. It has to be something that, but for the people like us women who are in perimenopause that like you're doing everything right, nothing changes.
Right.
Sometimes you need a little help. And they're marketed as drugs, but they're truly these peptides that occur in your system.
Yeah.
And as we age, stuff doesn't work as well. And so sometimes you need a little help, and some people need a lot of bit of help, but they also are not being guided. And that's where I draw the line of like, you have to be exercising, you have to be eating right, you
Yeah.
have to get enough protein, because you're going to waste away. You're wasting away your muscle.
Right.
And then people have no muscle mass, so then they get fatter quicker.
Yes. Right.
And it's just a horrible cycle.
Yeah. Vanity, man.
Yeah.
Being hot is not. Being hot's
Well,
expensive
people,
sometimes.
here's the deal. People don't want to work hard,
No.
too. And
That's what I was saying. When lap band, all
Yeah.
that stuff, I'm like,
Yeah.
I mean, I get
You
it,
have to
but
put the work
discipline
in. You
is
have-
required in life.
Yeah, you have to put the work in.
Yeah.
It can't be a cheat code for everything.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great help to people who really, truly are doing everything right.
Right.
Or need that help where they're looking at, like if we can, the problem is it's going to affect Big Pharma. Now Big Pharma is getting involved in it and they're shutting down the people who are not Big Pharma. But if they can't make money off of it,
Right. That's the
because
problem.
what's going to go away? All your diabetes medication.
Right. I was
all
just
of
going
your
to say,
lap
we
band,
need
all of your-
diabetics.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's
it's
where it
crazy.
can be like, okay, well,
I had a friend of mine, a lifelong friend of mine. He, big guy. And I saw him and it was like, look at you, bro. You're able to see your feet again, huh? I see you. And he's like, yeah. I go, what's up? He's anti everything.
yeah.
And I go, I wanted him to get on it. I don't know what the
Yeah.
hell's in it, but
Right.
he needs a jump start on
Yes.
something.
Yes.
And he goes, well, I had a heart-to-heart with my doctor, and he said, I told him, man, this hasn't been around long enough to know if it's going to fuck people up or whatever. And he goes, well, you're right. We don't know all the side effects, but we do know the side effects of extra
Obesity.
obese.
Mhm. And
You want to
may-
see side effects in 2 years or be dead?
Exactly.
And he's
Yeah.
just like,
you may not be around to see the
where
side
would we give that
effects.
shot?
Yeah.
You're just like,
Yeah.
okay, fair enough.
And that's
Like, yeah.
those are the people
You're heart
that,
attacking, bro. What
those,
the fuck?
Those are the people that like that's life changing for them.
Yes.
Yeah. For me, it was a short time. Like my body needed it at the time.
And you're
I was
educated on it. You know, it's different.
And-
You know.
Yes, and I did a ton of research and I listened to a ton of people, like especially
So as
in
you're
my,
going through it, you're feeling what you knew you would
yes,
feel. Yeah,
and
it's
I did
different.
everything right,
Yeah.
and I looked like I researched it hard. I was
Well, they have a couple clinics here that, they do make people, be patients.
yes,
You come in,
oh
and
yeah,
I think
and
it's great.
do the weigh in and give you a
Yep.
guideline,
Which
and-
I think that's
yeah.
great. But
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really know how accessible it is, but everywhere on my feed, there's like that hymns and
Yeah.
row and
Yeah.
that shit's everywhere.
It is,
I
yeah,
mean,
and you don't even have to.
I
I mean,
I can't imagine there's that much difficult to order it.
It's not. And there's people like my husband's one of his best friends owns a peptide company. You can order directly. You have to know what you want in your dosage
Sure.
and do it do it yourself. Now, Big Pharma's giving him a really hard time
Yeah.
about it, but they're available if you need them. Some people can't get them and need them, and that's where I'm like, that's really hard for me because cost
Oh.
barriers, insurance won't approve it. So that's why I'm like, pay out of pocket, like
Right.
figure it out. But
Yeah.
Big Pharma's going to take it over, and then it's going to be a mess. And
Well, it's cool. I mean, I think that's one good thing about the internet is there's been a lot of shit just get exposed that's not been solid guidance that we've got
Yeah.
forever. And we probably still would be looking at it as normal if there wasn't information out there to go, wait a
and
minute,
you have
what's
to
going on
you
here?
have to do your own research on everything, and that's where like when I talked to a lot of colleagues and people that they were like, this is really a good thing. These peptides are the future, and I've seen it just like I said with Nate's
Sure.
healing, and like these are really, you're going to see them in the future. They're not going away.
Right.
They're here and they're going to change people's lives. And so it's just kind of like AI, like get on it or get,
Right.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff
Do a little homework. You probably won't hate on it.
and there's a lot of things people take that like you don't realize the side effects that are in, like these are actually like they're actually better for you than a lot of the pharma stuff that you're actually intaking that
Right.
literally isn't made in your body. So
Yeah, I think that's the eye opener for a lot of
Yeah.
people. Is it's like, hey, check your medicine cabinet. If you got a fucking cocktail every morning with handfuls, then
Yeah.
something's up, man.
And that's where people are like, "Oh, I'm so scared to be adjusted." I'm like, "But you'll pound 6,
you literally just
ibuprofens
chewed
a day,
You
Yeah,
chewed
literally.
Norcos for breakfast.
literally, and you think that's okay?"
It's pain
you're,
management.
Or you're going to give your baby Pepsid AC because you have no other idea what to, like. You're
Right.
giving them medication that's not approved for an infant.
Right. Taking
Like-
a shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Which you can relate. Everybody
Yeah.
can relate to going, I don't know what the fuck to do.
You don't, and you're
My
confusing.
back hurts.
Yeah.
Give me anything. I
And
don't care
you're-
what. You,
And you're
Yeah.
doing the best you can, and that's
Sure.
why I don't fault any mother that comes in and has done these things because that's what she's been told to
Yeah.
do. But there's a different way, and sometimes you just have to find the people who are doing things differently
Yeah.
to open your eyes to like it doesn't have to always be antibiotics and tubes and medicines,
Yeah.
and like there are other ways.
Where's your shop, Bill office? Where is it?
So we're in Forsyth.
Mhm.
We are like where the new Chick-fil-A is
Yep.
going. So then there's the Xfinity store.
Mhm.
We're literally on the frontage road. If you were going back by the old Menards, by Best Buy, we're on that frontage road. So
Okay.
it's down by the Residence Inn, or you were going to Lowe's. You just in the Starbucks. You just
Uh-huh.
follow that frontage road. So it's like Clement Avenue, but we're
There's
literally.
like a dentist there, alleys there.
I'm right. I'm like literally the next street over from Alley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm literally the next street over. So it's like behind the Quality Inn, behind the
Yep.
Xfinity store. So yeah, we sit just right there on the corner across from like Country with
Yeah.
the Country financial people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So is there anything that you want to, I mean, maybe, I don't know, message you want to send out or whatever you want to do?
I mean, I guess
Maybe at least drop your website or something. You could look right there and tell them.
we are Aligned Family Wellness. That's our website. Everything's Aligned Family. Aligned Family Wellness Cairo on Instagram. Aligned Family Wellness on Facebook. YouTube. Aligned Family Wellness. Me personally, I'm Dr. Kim Sheppard on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. All of my. If you want any more nervous system stuff, just DM me. I've got a free guide that I can give you. DM me on my personal, my Dr. Kim Sheppard Instagram. That's got all my nervous system stuff on it. If you're more interested in that, but yeah, just know that we're here and that there is a different way. If you're frustrated with your health in any
Yeah.
way, if you're having a baby that's struggling, if you're having a child that's struggling, know that there are options for you, and we'd be happy to check your nervous system and just let you know what we think.
Right.
Yeah, no pressure, no commitment. Like, we obviously will care plan for you, and we want you to succeed, and we'll tell you what it will cost. We don't hide cost. We give you everything up front.
Yeah.
Let you make that decision, and no pressure.
People, I think the valid thing, my takeaway from this is we all need our family doctors. But before you rush in to get a prescription, maybe you should just look at the root of the problem. We all have the ability to do a lot of research on our own. If you don't know about AI, you need to start utilizing it for you, for your kids, for everything. And yeah, the lady who's burnt out so many times that she figured it out. Yeah.
Look at your nervous system.
Yeah,
Nervous
it
system
makes too much
Yeah.
sense. That's the
Yeah.
crazy part. Is
That's the way-
everything you're saying? It's like, of course. Why-
Everything goes back
How do
to
we
the
not
nervous
think
system.
of that?
Yeah. And that's like we're finally now talking about it. Everything goes back
That's
to the
it.
nervous system. Yeah.
We were tricked for a reason, and
Yeah.
it was financial gain.
Yeah. Yeah. We're still being tricked.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. No, but I think that's valuable, especially, man, new moms. I know or new parents in general. There's
Yeah.
nothing worse than not knowing and having someone not be able to tell you,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
just unhappy.
And feel like you're stuck and you
Yeah.
don't have anywhere to go. Yeah.
There you
we'd
go.
be happy
Dr.
to see
Kim's
it.
a miracle worker over here. Well, thanks a lot for joining me. I'm going to put everything that you mentioned, I'll put links on whenever I put this episode out. So if
Right.
anybody wants to follow up or I can't imagine, and wherever you're at, even she would be a solid person to reach out to say, hey, I'm not there, but I feel like I need this. Whether you're a dude, whether you're in New York, whatever it is, just, she's a wealth of knowledge and someone who genuinely gives a shit. And yeah, I mean, that's still a rare thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
people don't care.
Yeah. And we're private. I'm a private
Yeah.
business owner.
Yeah.
Every patient matters. It's
Yeah.
not,
Yes.
nobody's paying my salary.
Right.
If you don't come in the door I can't pay my staff.
Right.
And so that's what we tell. We really, really take care of our people, our patients. We love on them.
It's
and
relationship
we
building,
have
right?
special events for them.
Hell
and
yeah.
it's because it matters. Every person that walks in our door matters. We're not being paid by an establishment. It is just us doing the best we can. And we really love and care for our people because they matter.
Well, if it didn't work, it wouldn't be open.
You're right. Yeah. We wouldn't still be here
Right.
after 23 years. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Made it through the fire.
For sure.
So, well, good luck to your other ambitions you have going. Just sitting here talking to you, I could definitely see you on a stage with a Janet Jackson microphone, fucking
love it.
talking to people.
Yeah.
No, I could see it. I mean, I think
Yeah.
it suits you beautifully.
Thank you.
And yeah, well, it'd be exciting to just see what you got.
Yeah.
What you got moving forward. You've done a hell of a job so far.
Appreciate
You
that.
set a good example. I'm sure your kids are going to come just blow your mind too with whatever they decide to do.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. They will.
No.
They're great kids.
Yeah, well, that's great. Well, well, I appreciate you coming in. Thank you guys for joining us on this one. Again, this is something that hits home for me for sure. And I probably know 50 people literally that'll watch this that it's the same thing that you're going to go, wait, what? Burnout? Isn't that what we do? Apparently not, guys. Let's get her adjusted, get life adjusted, right? And don't listen to her. Get up at 4.
Only if you're a dude.
Yeah, dudes.
Dudes,
What are you doing?
not women.
What are you doing? Chicks are sleeping in. That's fine. No. Well, hey, thank you for joining us on this episode of Beyond Business. Until next time, be kind to each other. Thanks. Bam. Quick shout out to our partners, W Energy, clean energy, no crash. Use code BeyondBiz at w.gg for 10% off. Oakwood Screen Printing, custom apparel done right from small runs to big orders. And Midwest Lightning Rods, protecting homes and businesses from lightning strikes across the Midwest. Now let's go.
Beyond business. Yo, we on business. Yo, we out here hitting that grind. Podcast vibes, letting loose, unwind. Next on the mic, yeah, he flexing with pride. Meeting dope souls, taking you on the ride. Talking about life, not just that paper. Doing it big, ain't no time for a hater. People yap behind his back, but we rise like the sun. Gather round, fam, we just having some fun. Beyond business, it's a vibe, feel that thrill, getting intimate. May even get your heart filled. Meeting the legends, those raw and real. Digging deep thoughts, show you how to feel. From the block to the boardroom, we making that move. Beyond business, baby, yeah, we got the groove. Shout out to the hustlers, the real street thugs. We all eat together, no need for the drugs. Yeah, you blessed with the gift, determined to thrive. Nick's breaking it down, keeping that fire alive. Let's go deep like the ocean, no bluff. Beyond business, baby, we can't get enough.